Oh shit. No. 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 No, this can't be. No. No, this can't be. Oh well. Back to making the video, I guess. When you think of an RPG adventure game, what is the one thing that makes you want to play it? Is it the story, the adventure, the combat, the graphics? Well, there is one thing that a lot of people love in those kind of games that focus on exploration, creativity, and adventure. It is the mysteries, or the unknown aspects of the game, whether they be about the story, gameplay, and a lot of other elements. So we start to ask ourselves questions about them, and start to observe and somehow try to uncover that mystery. Hytale is undoubtedly a game that gives rise to many questions and mysteries based on what has been revealed and what has not been revealed to us. Many games have unsolved mysteries, and one of those games is Hytale. I'll be pointing out some elements of Hytale that still remain undiscovered by the Hytale community. On with the first mystery, which is the lore of Zone 4. That rhymes. Zone 4 is one of the 4 announced zones of the planet Orbis in Hytale. Even though all of these zones have their own mysterious creatures, stories, structures, and points of interest like abandoned houses, villages, statues, and other ruins, none of these zones are as mysterious as the Devastated Lands, also known as Zone 4. The story of Zone 4 is probably a huge one, because you can see ginormous ruins, dead soldiers turned skeletons, other fiery creatures, and even an underground tropical forest with a lot of greenery and beauty, and many cool mobs in it. If this doesn't look super cool and mysterious to you, then I don't know what does. The lore and history of Zone 4 will remain a mystery until Hytale comes out, but I am sure it is interesting. The next mystery hiding in the dense fog of Zone 3 is the mystery of the fawns. Fawns are a race of creatures that reside in Zone 3, also known as Borea. This image is the only image in which we see a fawn in its true form. There are literally only 3 things we know about them. 1. They live in Zone 3. 2. They can command wolves using magic, as you can see in this image. This fawn is probably commanding those wolves to attack someone, maybe. And 3. They're not humans. I mean, look at those feet down there. Those are clearly not human feet. There are still a lot of
Hey guys, this is me from the future. I wish to disclose just one thing my past self was not able to tell you about. Basically, fawns are half-human, half-goat creatures according to Roman mythology. And Hytale has been seen taking some inspiration from ancient mythology, so this is most likely the case in Hytale that fawns are half-human and half-goat. Those ears might say otherwise, but that is definitely a piece of animal hide armor, and the fawns are probably what they were depicted as in ancient Rome. Half-human, half-goat creatures. That's all I had to say. This was Future Me, and please slap my brainless past self in the face for me.
There are still a lot of questions we have about the fawns. Where exactly do they live? Do they have any enemies? What do they want? Well, until a blog post shows up or until Hytale comes out, we can't hope to get any answers to these questions. The next mystery is the mystery of these things. Oh, you're asking me what these things are? Well, good question. I have no flippin' idea. These things are just drawn on this stone, though they kind of look like hideous lizard things. Even though I am pretty much of a hideous lizard myself, I still don't know what these things are. They live in Zone 4 as far as we know. and to the Hytale community, they are a mystery. The next mystery, crawling in the deserted land of Zone 2, is the mystery of the Scarax Sand Empress. The Scarax are a race of giant insect things that live in Zone 2, also known as the Howling Sands. These guys are pretty impressive, to be honest. They have a pretty strong military, and they will stop at nothing to achieve dominance over other races. They have built structures like ziggurats, towers, prison caves, and even a sand palace. The sand palace is the biggest structure they've built, and under the sand palace, underground, is where the Sand Empress is imprisoned. Now, that might sound bizarre because the Sand Empress is a Scarax. Why would Scarax imprison a Scarax? Maybe the Scarax Sand Empress used to rule the Scarax kingdom. She used to be a kind ruler and used to be compassionate and merciful to other creatures. But the Scarax didn't like that, so they rebelled against the Sand Empress and then captured and imprisoned her under the Sand Palace. Sounds pretty exciting to me. Another mystery covered by the lush of the tropical jungle of Zone 4 is the mystery of the Slothians. Yet another mysterious race. The Slothians are sloths that live in the tropical jungle of Zone 4. They live in houses made mostly out of greenwood. These guys raise a lot of questions like, how did they end up in the Zone 4 tropical forest? What is their origin? What relation do they have with the jungle's dinosaurs? Are they living with them in harmony, or are they enemies? Are they hostile to the player, or are they friendly? If they are friendly, I'm definitely gonna stop by their house to grab some leaves and twigs for breakfast. The fifth mystery, roaming silently under the clouds of Orbis, is the mystery of Zone 5 and Zone 6. Orbis is divided into 6 zones based on biomes. Zone 1 is luscious and filled with greens and is associated with the element of earth. Zone 2 is deserted and filled with sandy deserts and oases and is associated with wind. Zone 3 is mostly cold and snowy with chilling mountains and caves and is related to the element of water. Zone 4 is ruined and devastated with magma and other fiery creatures and is related to, of course, you guessed it, fire. Zone 5 is associated with... wait, we don't know. But not only is Zone 5's nature unknown, but also Zone 6. These zones have not yet been announced, and their nature is a mystery. One solid theory that the whole Hytale community agrees upon is that if Zone 1 is Earth, Zone 2 is Wind, Zone 3 is Water, and Zone 4 is Fire, then there are 2 elements remaining in the iconography, Lightning and Void. Zone 5 can be Lightning, and Zone 6 can be Void. This might sound pretty right, but yeah, it's definitely true because you can see some traces of lightning above Zone 5, and in Zone 6 you can see a bit of purple, which is the color of the Void, and a bit of green, which is the color of Varen, the evil being that controls the Void. Although we don't know what they will look like, or what things they're going to offer to the Hytale gameplay experience. So those are all the
mysteries
that I have for you guys for now. I'm sure none of us can wait to find the answers to these
mysteries.
If you found the video interesting, please be sure to like the video and subscribe. It's free, and you can always dislike the video or unsubscribe if you want. I have a Discord, Twitter, and Twitch. Links are in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.